Hello, and welcome to Corsi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I'm your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm a Corsi Football Club, and in this video, we will be previewing the DSTV Premiership match between TS Galaxy and Kaizer Chiefs, which will be at Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga. Fun fact, I was born in Mpumalanga, but I grew up in KZN. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, it's a game that you can never, ever say Chiefs is going to win, because these days, there's never a game that we can just go out nowadays and say, oh, this one, it should be easy peasy. Not to mention, this game, Vele, before, is one of the games that left so much pain. Remember when we lost to TS Galaxy, Moses Mapita, guys? Yo, that pain, we've gone through a lot, man. Yes, we've gone through a lot with Chiefs, but it's just that thing, historically, Utim Sugazi knows Itim Yake can beat the Chiefs, and he's hoping they can do it again tomorrow when we do play against them. By tomorrow I mean Sunday. So in Zimaland. Anyways, so it's gonna be interesting when it comes to how Chiefs is going to approach this game, because of what we talked about yesterday and the day before that. Because on one hand, you have Ufrosla, no Solomon's both injured, which means the system that Uzwane got when Solomon came in, or the personnel, should I say, that Zwane had when Solomons came onto that game, won't be available in terms of his plan A, Ure Frosla, which should never have been his plan A, but his plan B, Solomons, seemed to have been working very well and was going to work very well until he got injured. Now you don't have both players, and now that means you will have to mess up with either your center backs or introduce a new right back. And we've talked a lot about either Ukweneka will be played in that position, because he has played in that position before for Stellan Bosch, has played in that position for the Chiefs as well, when he was a Chiefs before he got sold. So it's going to be interesting to see Zwane what he's going to do, but I can certainly, or I can almost certainly say, Back for your Chiefs will have Uhlanti left back, and Udove somewhere, Konika somewhere, Nongezana somewhere. Those people will be there with back for your Chiefs. So whether coach takes Udove and plays him right back, which I think would be ridiculous, or whether he takes who's this? Whether he takes Ukweneka to right back, or whether he takes Ungezana to right back, it's gonna be up to him, really. And me personally, I did say personally, I think because of the pace that we'll need going forward and the recovery pace we'll need also from a right back, I would say Ungezana should play in that position, because of the fact that if Salapa, he's the player who's been reliable as a center back. So if you take him from that position, then you are introducing a completely new center back pairing, so then you can't do that. I would rather you just mix and match with Udove being the standard and add someone else on top of him. If you add to Kweneka, then it's not going to be a problem. If you keep here and Ongezana, Vele, they played well in the previous game, but Udove must be there, and I think he will be there in terms of playing as a center back. So if we move on to another position, a defensive midfield position, why does Chiefs not have a defensive midfielder? What kind of a big team does not have a big team? People are just talking a lot about those things. But now I am at a position where I feel like Ustebe and Omart have played well in the previous two games. Yes, we still need a defensive midfielder. But if you look at the options that we have right now, in any case, Usamgelo Sangamfaka in second half, adlale and afundiswe to be more defensive in his play. But for now, Stebe and Omart are working well. because Ustebe is able to do the box to box thing, and Umar can just help with getting the ball from building from the back and then progressing the ball upfield ukuze singeke silokhu senza lento ukuthi hayi hamba niye phambili and then solikahlela ibhola nelihead no Omar jaba drop balanda ibhola vele silokhu sidlala sishaya ama pass short passes here and there and move the ball forward, because enye into that got Ustebe out of the starting 11 and that was starting to annoy, or that is annoying people at times, ngoMartinai ukuthi at times they rush the ball too much, but that ball asefuna ukulikhahlela phambili and sekubuyela kumakita sibhekana, which we said we were no longer going to play. So with Umartin Ustebe playing, I still see that positivity ukuthi it will kind of force us to drop, collect the ball and start playing these short passes and progress the ball to up the field, and that kind of forces our team. If we're building from the back, it also forces them to press us, because if Kugut is Katleli bowler, then they are more comfortable with just sitting deep in their own half and wait for the balls that we kick and defend comfortably in their own half. And if we get the ball and we play out from the back, in a way we can bait them into saying, okay, we have to mark the ball back, because it's annoying more that bowler at the other team only has the ball, and it only takes one lapse of concentration, because even if a team doesn't want to do the pressing game, sometimes kuba nalokho nje ayisuka ngifuna ibhola manje, and then one person starts pressing and then team ivuleke, and then the next thing uyithola usu exposed. And I watched a video with for football, they were talking about Brighton, something that I noticed when they were playing against Liverpool ukuthi what Brighton does, you get a centre back, they pass the ball to a centre back, and he literally puts his foot over the ball. It's so funny, like they just do that, gets the ball, ball, until someone comes and press him. Mase kuba khona umuntu ozompressa usevula ispace la suka khona, then they can play out from the back. So I think ukuba nama defensive midfielders awu-2 in a way is not really necessarily a train smash, so that could work to our advantage if we use it in a good way. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure Uguti you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. We go live every day, and we go live every weekday, and if you're watching this after the live stream, you can join us next time. We go live after the every weekday from 7:30 until 8:15. That's the time that we go live. Anyways, let's move on to indaba ye number 10 wethu. Nkosi ngiphile Ngcobo is injured. Ungcobo is injured, and that means vele even if she was fit bengengimqalisa Ungcobo ahead of Umdu, even ahead of Udoli at this point, because I feel like there's a lesson that Umshini needs to learn ukuthi he needs to work harder. I'm not saying it doesn't work at all, because people are addicted to this thing yama extremes ukuthi uzo criticize umdlali uthi he's not working hard enough, and then that translates to Umshini is not working hard at all. No, I'm saying he's not working hard enough as you would expect from a person who's playing in midfield. So now I think he would benefit from being benched 1 or 2 games and then abuye. But I hope he gets to think about these things and then he can do better in the next game. So the question then is, who do you play as a number 10? Because Umdu played well in the previous game, but now there is Usail. Yabo indaba kaSail ikwenza ukuthi ushintshe intaining. You have Usail as the first factor, and then you have Udoli as a second factor. How is Udoli a factor in all this situation? Well, simply because he is not performing well as a right winger, right? And the position that he has performed well when he's played is actually as a number 10. So now, Guzwane, if you are at Azwane, you are thinking, do I bench this player who's one of my best players on paper? I'm not talking about form and how he has performed this season. I'm just saying on paper, Udoli is probably the best player that Kaizer Chiefs has on paper, when they're just looking at what he has done and what he can do, but in a form he's not there. So if you as one, and then you are saying, do I find the system that fits the player who's on paper my best player, or do I bench him again and hope ukuthi he performs well? Because after the first stint on the bench, Gatoli wabuya wadlala esiswini, and then he performed better, and then bampusha wide to E10 to wing position so that they can accommodate machine, and then kwagcina kuba nenkinga uDolo wabuyele kubozeni futhi. So now the question would be then, Uzwane has a decision to make, and I see him making that decision yokuthi adlalisa uDoli. And if factor yalokho and the decision yalokho is not just the fact that uDoli is not playing well as a winger, it also has to do with this thing that we talked about again in a video that we made 2 days ago. Sahil ukuthi Sahil looked like a player who will play as a winger, right? Because the way that each Chiefs seem to want their number 9 to play, they want their number 9 to be on the box and finish off chances. They want their number 9 to hold the ball and pass to the oncoming midfielders. They want their number 9 to get the ball and pass the ball wide to a winger and then start a run as well onto the box. If you take Sahil and you make him that player, I feel like as much as NI height, as much as NI body strength, but you're wasting something here at some point. Uguti, his ability to take on defenders then is taken away. You could say Uguti, if he's central, then he can make those runs in behind a defender. But Uguti, someone might argue Uguti, he's better taking people wide and then leaving Caleb to roam around the box, and then Dupree to also make runs into the box, because they know there's a danger man on the right causing trouble who can pass the ball to Dolly, hopefully who can get better, and then kubene chaos swing, so kubene chaos boxing. So that's the thing that could happen. Gutu Sahil could end up playing as a right winger so that Caleb can stay. I don't want him to continue playing. I personally would play Dupree in that position or Uduba, because I want someone who's over movement, who's over understanding with everyone. Good to see a move. And Caleb, nyakubona yabo catch Caleb. Niyazi, you've been watching this channel, you know good to catch Caleb akungiphathi kahle. But enye into engingangiphathi kahle ukuthi strike singakwazi ukumove. So if you add his poor movement on and off the ball, it just makes inkinga zika Caleb zibening. So that is why I'm saying I would rather play Dupree in that position, because he knows how to move. Who also knows how to move, who also knows how to create a space for himself with the ball as well. So that is why starting 11 would be very interesting to see Uzi Uzwane uzokhetha. Speaking of which, by the way, on Sunday, like 45 minutes, I tried to make it 45 minutes before the game starts. As soon as I see the starting 11, so let's just say from an hour to 45 minutes, since it's cut as a standard in below here, 45 minutes before the game starts, we will have a live stream where we'll react to the starting 11. So do make sure to look towards those things, because that's what we'll do. So 45 minutes before the game starts, we'll react to his starting 11. And then on the left, I think Uzwane will play with front Riak. Will play Sahil on the right, Caleb through the middle, Ashley on the left. Personally, I would play Sahil on the left. I know Bazong Klafuna Banye, and then I will play Umdu through the middle, and I would play Dupree on the left. And I would play Dupree on the left because I can still push him into the middle in the second half, and then maybe take off Utuba and then bring on Ulokunja, bring on Usekhota on half time, second half to play. So in a way, I'm not saying, because Dupree Maubon good, okay, pace isimphelele on the wing to continue running, you can still play him through the middle la angeke asabe forced khona to track back and mark and do all that stuff, but it's to make just these right movements through the middle and still score. So that would be my starting 11, including Usebe Nomart as a holding, and then Umtu as a 10. And then emumva bengizodlala uSiya as a right back, angathi uKwinika, uNcobo, uNjabulo Ncobo, not Dove, and then uHlanti on the left. That's who I would play. And then obviously uPeterson ebhaleni. But sobona ukuthi uzwane uzothini. Now I am going to go to your comments and see what you guys have to say. So please also continue commenting. Ningitshela ukuthi what do you think of about the game that we are going to play about the TS Galaxy. Also give me your match predictions. So Ukosi Unati says Ola Kosi Nation awe Kosi Poseto says Ola di Tichala wesingesi #Kosi. Kosi Mpazima says Ola Mpilo and Kosi Nation. Kosi Mandla, how's it everyone? We're winning 5-0 this weekend. All voodoo teams are getting beatings this year. Oh yeah, funny enough, yeah, we did beat Royal AM, and that was our voodoo team. And Uguti Royal AM City Tapela, we're never beating the team, but we've beat them, so that's a positive thing for once. And then Kos Atenkosi says, Ola Kos Nation, we really have a problem coming to this game against TS Galaxy. Without a right back, I think Kwinika Ongezana can play in that position. Yeah, we are lapo vel unless something really crazy happens. But I think that's the direction that Uzwane might take this weekend. And then ngoba Utiyo says Molo Bafo and Yatemba, alright. Guys, let's not forget to subscribe and like anyone who's watching this channel. Please subscribe. Yes, I cannot say that enough. Like this week from my live streams, I think I've not gotten any subscribers. Oh, the pain. So please guys, ngiyacela ni like and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Mpo Kitimer says hola mpilo, hola Kosi Nation, awe lapho Mpo. And then Cooks says hola lapho awe Cooks. Umpazima Kininda says, if we keep chopping and changing our back four, we always conceded goals. Where cause Umpazima? Do you remember Guti, our back four has actually conceded goals even when we've had the longest run with the same back four? Because we've played Ufrosla, Udove, Ukwinika, Nohlanti for a very long time. We've played them for a very long time, but we've still been conceding poor goals. And yeah, I think that back four has been the combination that's been consistent the most, yet we've been conceding goals. And then last week we changed that back four, we added Ungezana, and then that back four performed well. So I think this time around the chopping and changing is kind of forced or enforced by injuries. So, and it's understandable, we have to, otherwise so locus kubega zliwa. So yeah, and then Umpo Kitime says Varvar sekhotha naye seke yakhathaza. Hey, and yabo inkinga kasekhotha ilento yokuthi asinaki because unomsindo. You understand? I'm not saying umsindo in Xhosa, but unomsindo in a way yokuthi mayengena grounding, he gets the ball, achika umuntu or amshiya umuntu. And then everyone goes like, we understand. We see that he's doing something, but what is it? You understand? It's like usekhotha ufike uthungene ekhaya kunuka ukudla kamnandi uthi khonto ephekwayo, like you get excited. Mouth, what is this? You understand? So kuba naleyo nto leyo ukuthi usididwa ismell thina sithi hayi kunenteza iphele game, and then the next game it comes again, we're expecting something and then nothing. So kunaleyo nto leyo kaSikhotha ukuthi the reason why singamnaki is because yena he does something but it ends up being nothing. And I think another thing that makes us notice uSikhotha singamnaki kangaka uSkhotha noma underperform is because of the fact that there are other players who are playing much worse than him, and then it makes him look like he's better than the others. You understand? Because the fact that sike sibuku to pray afika geche and then siboni work rate yakhe yokutracker back isithi okay, that's a positive we can take. Sigcine sesiziba ukuthi uhlulwa ukustriker because our players are so bad defensively, and he's the only one who seems to make an effort, who plays up front, and then we end up appreciating the little. So I think indaba ka Dupre ngasakhotha ilento ukuthi we say, oh yeah, he doesn't score or make or create goal opportunities, but he does try, you know. So simnikeza like E for effort, you know, and then somewhere it get mixed up at any effort equals, what can I say, accuracy or what we need, but we still need more from Sekhota for his ability. So inkinga le Ukosimandla says left forward Ashley, center forward Dube, right forward Sahil, and number 10 Mdu. Right back is tough one for me. Kwinika may cause, maybe because he played there before, he must just not go upfield. Halfway line finished. Lo yabazomshiya lo ngisho kuthi halfway line. Hayi mina vele guys, I've watched Ukwinika these days. I want him to be conditioned. Angifuna ukumcondemn and say he's never gonna do anything for us, but I hope he sorts out his fitness, because my improve in that area, then ngaqala ngithi even maybe central as a center back, it would be easy for me to have some confidence in him. But right now I don't have none of that, because usengidlise kakhulu kule season. Usengila yazi bafethu umuntu usebenze the whole week, kumnandi uthi ay yabona ke this week is good at work, ingana ihluphi, you know. Saturday comes, bavele bakudlise. Yes. Ngathi ngiyahlanya manje ku-YouTube. Anyways, asidlule lapho. Siya ku-Khosi Ray, who says, Khosi people, Chiefs is unpredictable these days, but what I know, Zwane has almost of surprises. Sugazi loves his team and still wants to build it to show Guti he means business. I see a draw here. Wenzani Khosi? Akumele sibone draw. Khosi. Akumele sibone win. I know Guti that's not something we want to do, but kumele sibone lokunja man. Kumele sibone win and only win, nothing but the win. So yeah man, that's what we are hoping for. Guti Chiefs can win. But it is Galaxy nayo. They are an ambitious team, and that's one of the things that these teams are doing. They try to shine when they playing against Chiefs. Everyone tries to shine when they are playing against Chiefs. It does make sense. So let me open this and show you how the log looks as things stand. Wow, there we go again. Okay, uproducer nansi log bathandwa. This is the log live. Who's playing right now? So as you can see, it is Galaxy. Angibona kuyibona nansi la number 10 as of recording. So if you look at how many points they have, Test Galaxy has 22 points in 19 games, with 27 points in 18 games. So they are also fighting to get into the top 8 kwabona. Understand? So kunaleyo nto ukuthi nabo they are trying to get something. And also look at how close the relegation zone is. They have 22 points. The relegation zone is 2 points behind them. So they are fighting to get away from relegation, and at the same time they are trying to get to top 8. That's how our league is at times, Uguti. On one hand, you have a team trying to avoid relegation, but at the same time they are trying to what's this thing, they are trying to get into the top 8. It's so weird, but in any case they are kind of desperate now to get something in this. They are trying to run away from something, and the Chiefs could help them do just that. And in their previous few games, if I look here, games is a TS Galaxy. They have, where's TS Galaxy? They won their last game, and then the 2 games before that they lost, and then they drew. So they are not like in the greatest form, but I've stopped doing this thing yama form ngama team, because when they play against Chiefs, form does not matter to anyone. Hamba ubuka ama games amaZulu mawufuna proof yalokho. And then sekukhosi Lunga, who says moja Kosimpilo ola lapho ola Khosi. Cook says give Jabulo Ngcobo a fair chance. I mean, the guy has an award for best center back for that match. True. The thing is, when njengoba ngisho ukuthi mina, I would play him vele ahead of Ukunik at this point, because as much as best low bobabili, I still feel like Unjabulo Ngcobo naturally he's more natural, is more comfortable on the ball. So yeah. And then Cooks continues to say, I heard Ben Mutswari and Munare's contracts are coming to an end. Ngicabanga ngaba angazi what the other Khosi fans think, but mina ngabuka angazi nokuthi I can't differentiate between the two of them, ukuthi which one is Munare, which one is Mutswari, but ngababuka bedlaliswa boba u2 kuBafana. That's where the confusion came. They played kuBafana together, and Conway look trap people not once, Buffett, not once, not twice. Ngayibuka igame yonke sidliswa uMutswari or uMunare. Conway sidlisa igame yonke. So if ngibona lamagama nje kahlahle ngikhuphukela umoya, ngiphuza namanzi manje, cause I babe ngixova laba amadoda lawo. How professional player look trap people countless times in one game. Ngeke nje awungeke singamane sitrial someone else. This is the only time I will support ama trial. Now ngeke mina yes never aza ngifune kuzwa lutho, angifuni nje kuzwa lutho ngalabo Mutswari noMunare, ngoba cha shema ngibathembi laba badlali abahlale khona lapha. Yes angilwi nawe Khosi, nginenkinga nje nabo. Khona into abangenzela yona esikwatini, namanje angazi ngagooglisha ukuthi muphi uMutswari muphi uMunare, ngoba in that day babegqoka amajezi ayengabhaliwe. So ngabona nje ukuthi khona usidlisayo kodwa kuMutswari noMunare. So khona odlisayo, mhlambe badlisa bobabili. So angifuni ukuthi sithi siyathenga kanti sithenga lo odlisayo vele, because babe bizwe bobabili esikwatini. Ukuthi kanjani umuntu engakwazi ukutrap and abaphinde angababizwa manje. Athi ngithule bangicasula udala abadlali bedlalela iPirate. Ngathi click right kunjalo badlalela iPirate. Mphazima says I hear you cause I see a win on Trinelli. So kora bani welunga wemphazima. Ulunga Keso says umsindo means ingxolo. You know, good by just saying that when Alunga, you just confused me even more, because ingxolo nayo ngiyazi ukuthi yini. Isixhosa I understand it to a certain point, but I don't really get it that much. So yeah. And then bese kuzoba Khosi nakho ngicishe ngaskip Sportset. I'm shocked ukuthi Sportset is actually watching a live stream. I am shocked because I made a video that was 20 minutes waqala wa complain. So I'm shocked and I'm happy. I'm glad that you are here because this is more for live interaction. So ngidinga nina ke right now I'm sacrificing getting more subscribers because ngifuna ukuba nama live interaction, because YouTube, these things work differently. Ngintshele nje kunina ngoba nibuka live stream, like people who watch my live streams, check my analytics, they say it's people who are subscribed to the channel. So the other people who watch my videos don't care mangikhuluma kanje ngama video. So this is done for people that are like, who care about everything that I produce, see content engiyenzayo, which is basically talking about Chiefs. So ngiyacela, please man, please share the channel as a whole for people who are interested in Kaizer Chiefs. My stories like WhatsApp, wherever you can share it, please share it, because we also need subscribers. We also need more people who are going to grow this thing, because as much as I enjoy these interactions with you, a man also needs to grow, you know, with each channel melakhula my subscribers. So ngiyacela, please, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and also ngisize by sharing and liking the video so that I can reach more people who could potentially subscribe and join this family as well. Okay, Uko says, Kosi, did you notice our management played with us again this transfer? We only signed one player while we have a lot of needs, and Bobby gave us many promises. I was saying that when I spoke to yesterday, Uti. In fact, I said this thing since the confirmation or Kasail, not the clock. The way it was done, it was just proof it was going to be the only signing, and it's that thing. The Chiefs, they are just that. They kunamagama engiwabize ngayo, babuye babehave njengama thugs nje sometimes nabo, like they sometimes just behave like they are not thugs, but they just behave like that. Yekela ukusithembisa into engekho, you understand? Sinama trauma thina ukuthenjiswa izinto bese singazenzelwa, bese nawe kuyiteam yethu nje uzokwenza lokho. As traumatized, because we won't trust you anymore, and that is why we sit here and we don't trust the Chiefs. And at some point, this kind of helps us vent. Maskuluma. Utumpompo mipara. Okay, skubege uti. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying when I suppose to these guys are not loyal at all, and they are not to be trusted. Like when he said we're not done signing, I was like, where inganegwane? We has a video on TikTok where that guy is talking and he says, where inganegwane? So Melanje upobi even now siswakhe baqala nje bathi we are not done signing. Kumele sithi we inganekwane sisukume sihambe, because inganekwane lezabasixoxela zona, and they know ukuthi we are so gullible. Every time they say things like that, we just bathwala ngeqoma, we just say hayi bazokwenza ba uJesu manje sebethembekile bona, hayi abasiyeke yazi Chiefs. Anyways, asiqhubeke sizothi uTheo says usekhotha iproblem yakhe nguzwane. Why uzwane as a coach engamcoach to cut in, not running every time? Here's the thing wena Theo. Lomchitalo, some people are arguing ukuthi uSahil scored the goal. I mean, gave an assist for Udupre because, you know, he was coached by Caleb, who told him cross the ball, which he then did, and then we ended up getting a goal. Now you can say, oh, that's coaching, but kunento bafethe bizwa nge-basic common sense. You understand? There are things that you do because your coach tells you to. There are things that also make sense. We cannot blame a coach for umdlalo mayithola ball njalo uyagijima. Ngeke bathandwa, never makhosi, ngeke, never. Ayingala lapho khosi mina, ngeke umuntu vethu uthola ball angajika liphasela uHlanti angaliphasa esiswini oMarti bahlezi bey-availa bezama bakithi cha yena ntinini. Because the thing is, when you play uDupree in that position, he doesn't do that. Yes, there is argument ukuthi uDupree is right-footed, so it's easy for him to cut back. But I've seen other players being played in that role, and they are smart about that. What they do, they get the ball, asikaze lo muntu phambi kwakhe, aphase ibhola, and then enze run. Userota njalo yena, ufuna ukujika lo muntu phambi kwakhe, akunamuntu eboxini, but uzophoqa amjike. And kwesinye isikhathi ezegcine dive nje, it's because he gets the ball and usemshiyileke lo muntu lo, but ekuqhamuke elinye idefender elicover for lela qeda kulishiya. Manje usejaha ibhola nje usekhathele usegcina uwaphe kwebhola because uvele wagijima engacalculateanga. Inkinga nje inkinga yakhe ulokhunja uKG is the fact that he doesn't calculate, and that's not on the coach, that's on him. That's on him. Into esingayilwa no coach ukuthi why was uHlanti getting inverted and not going wide to help uSekhota ngesupport. Yeah, but that's the argument we could have ukuthi why was he not giving him his support, because then uzothi uprotect uHlanti. So uprotect uHlanti ukuthi angagijimi too much at the expense ye creativity going forward, you understand? So that's the thing then ukuthi that's what I would blame him for. But leo kunjalo yena ufuna ukuntininiza nje phambili angeke. And then Ukosi Ray Dladla says, I'm glad that this channel has grown so much and some Chiefs players are listening and watching this. It's just that they cannot engage themselves here as bazongena and good management. Oh my God, that would be so funny. Like literally, really it would be funny. Like even if it wasn't a by the way, let me just say thank you for being glad that this channel is growing. To the second part, if they're like Kaizer Chiefs players or fans, or staff, someone who works with Chiefs who happens to watch these, I'm like, oh my God, I've made it in life. I've made it in life. And listen, if you're watching this KG, angikuzonde ntwana yami, angifuni nje ukuthi lokhu bhayiza, because you can do better. Untswempu fana, but manje you must do better. So if that was the case, like even Ohlanti, they would probably hate me. But I never try to bash players unnecessarily. I always try to be constructive in my criticism. So if that happens, anyone who watches this channel is a Kaizer Chiefs player or staff, I love my team. It stresses me when they lose. It makes me happy when they win, and I want them to continue winning. So it would be very interesting. Then the next comment is Usposetu says Richards Page has just lost the game now against Swallows. Imagine Swallows is climbing up off that relegation zone, and they Nemarisbeck now is running away because Amazulu are losing. Like buka nje team yasidla ngo-4-0 idlwa iMaritzburg. Akodwa phela uMintendorp lo Mintendorp akadlala bafana ba Mintendorp. Okudefendela uNC game yonke abuye no 3 points. Defend uNC game yonke akubuyele ne okudefendela. So ke I understand why he's winning. Sengikhulume kakhulu sekuba de block dose. Okay. So at least Maswina, we are 1 point behind them. Richards Bay, but they still Super Sport, they still Pirates. There's still a lot of games to play, like not 10. Yeah, 10 more, 11 more. So yeah, we just need to be consistent now, that's all. And then Cooks is okay. Salute every Coast Nation. Gushun Cooks. Umpho bekhuluma who's this labafana balapha kwi-Pirates obhuti balapha kwi-Pirates abadlisa boba u2 nabo. And then Cook says salute everyone Coast Nation, and then Cook says your voice sounds much better today Mpilo. I don't even know whether this thing, oh, I forgot that I'm using a green screen. You see, a green screen is so fun because now you can't even see what I'm using. It's so fun. Let me see if you green in yon. Oh, you're not green. But mangi pendula. Since it's green, it's funny. Okay, but lento le bengifuna ukukhombisa ibhalwe in Chinese. It just so happened to be green, and then you can't see it because it's green screen. But I don't think lento yangisiza man. Ngiyithenga ngo200 lento le. Motion isikhathi sengibala 200 rands in South African rands. Anyways, sidlule lapha. Athi yangisiza. And then most ayingisiza because ngabe ngisenje vele bekumele ngibuye ekhaya nje ngizochatha ngibe right. Moses says Mpilo Nation, we can only lose the game because of Zwane's poor lineup selection, even though we don't have that quality, but using players like Sahel to Prim do, technically wise, we can win. We can. And also another thing, unless Upaka scores again, we just, because yes, sad draw nabo last time, yeah. Things are drawn up. NP. I think one of the things that Chiefs needs to do once again is these players to just show up and play the game and they will win. That's all. Like, because it doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, it's an away game. It's gonna be difficult. No, just Galaxy Nabalande level 5,000. The rest is over good Chiefs, if not less than 5,000. And then Sundowns. The thing is, there's never a pressure go to away from home, so that's the thing. And then Umpazima says Caleb to praise and Sahil. Oh, Shugutu is going to score. Caleb Uzokor, that would be interesting. And then Umpo calls Upobi Para. No comment. Ray Lala Kosi Ray says Koseli Kumbula I pass Kandlolo before I will pirate idlula kundlondlo yaduma phakathi. Engazi kufanele ukuthi asebenzise yebo stomach. He's like ngiyakhumbula we playing against Gallants, as I've never been. I was so upset by the fact that no one was pressing undlondlo. I was so upset by the fact that Kunika ngempela and I didn't know whether to head the ball, kick the ball or chest it, but lalile ezansi. But what did is I was glist. Cosmandla says yes, if Zwane starts Caleb on Sunday, I will say Caleb is the new Parker Straight. That guy has the same stats as, what is Zabel now? Z Sabel. I don't know who's Zabel. And then as someone who sits on the bench, no impact. Yeah, yena Caleb mina ngifuna vele aqale bakwethu kungadlalwa ngathi. Was supposed to say, someone said on Facebook, if Chiefs win all their games, there will be 63 points, and if Sundowns draw all their games, they will be in 62. It's weird, right? It's weird how some people are still see Chiefs in the title race. It's nonsense. We need to be realistic, and this is kind of good for resetting our priorities, but still what do you call this? Here's Nedbank Cup. People are still going to think we're gonna win. I'm just gonna lower my expectations and hope to win the first game, and then we win the second game. Because I'm always hoping Uti Chiefs wins the game that we're playing, but not to Guti we're going to win the whole thing. So yeah. Now ngena late at Mpilo awelapo. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much again for all your comments, for your likes. If you're watching this video after the stream, thank you also for watching and for joining us. I will see you after the game, and until next time, remember, ikosi alphelo moya. Oh wait, angangibone before the game. Phela this not after the game. I will still see you before the game actually. the lineups and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll see you there. Share the stream and everything. Until next time, equals alphela umoya awe ma kwenzakalani, alphela umoya and stream.